School fund land, also known as school lands, refers to real estate that is set aside by a state to support public schools. These lands are often sold or leased to generate revenue for education. For example, in Texas, the Permanent School Fund is a sovereign wealth fund that provides revenues for funding public primary and secondary education. It includes many publicly owned lands within Texas and various other investments, and as of the end of fiscal 2020, August 31st, the fund had an endowment of $48.3 billion. Similarly, in Oregon, the Common School Fund provides millions of dollars every year to K-12 public schools. In Minnesota, school trust lands are set aside to provide a continual source of funding for public education, and these lands are managed to generate revenue for the Permanent School Fund, PSF. The practice of setting aside school lands began with the Land Ordinance of 1785, which reserved Section 16 in each township for the maintenance of public schools. This mechanism for funding public education has been adopted by various states, with some designating both Section 16 and Section 36 of each township for public education purposes. In California, school lands were granted to the state on March 3, 1853, for the purpose of supporting public schools, consisting of the 16th and 36th sections of land in each township. en.wikipedia.org Permanent School Fund Wikipedia. Oregon.gov Oregon Department of State Lands, Common School Fund, State of Oregon. LSD.Law School Land Definition LS Data. Plus 5 more. Is Permanent School Fund land public? Permanent School Fund, PSF, lands are a type of public land, but their public access and use can vary depending on the state and the specific management policies in place. Here are some key points to understand. Ownership and purpose. Ownership. PSF lands are owned by the state and are held in trust for the benefit of public schools. Purpose. These lands are managed to generate revenue for the Permanent School Fund, which supports public education. Management and use. Leasing and sales. PSF lands are often leased for various purposes, such as grazing, mining, oil and gas exploration, or timber harvesting. Some lands may be sold to generate immediate revenue. Public access. While PSF lands are public in ownership, access can be restricted or limited based on the terms of leases and management plans. For example, lands leased for grazing or mining may have limited public access to protect the interests of lessees and to ensure the land's productive use. State-specific policies. Texas. In Texas, some PSF lands are open to the public for recreational activities, but access can vary. The Texas General Land Office provides information on which lands are open and under what conditions. Oregon. In Oregon, the Common School Fund lands are managed to generate revenue, and access can be limited based on the specific use of the land. Minnesota. In Minnesota, school trust lands are managed to generate revenue, and public access can vary. The Minnesota Department of Natural Resources provides information on access and use. Recreational use. Permitted activities. Some states allow recreational activities like hunting, fishing, and hiking on PSF lands, but these activities are often subject to specific regulations and may require permits. Restrictions. Access can be restricted to protect wildlife, maintain ecological balance, or ensure the land's productive use. In summary, while Permanent School Fund lands are public in ownership, their access and use can be restricted to ensure they generate revenue for public schools. It's best to check the specific policies and regulations of the state where the lands are located for detailed information on access and use.